Hey everybody, so the PlayStation scene has just kept on giving and giving and giving over the last, say, 2 weeks now. And I want to go ahead and cover some of the latest things that has happened. So we're going to begin right over here with a tweet from Control Execute or Zeko Shell, and it says kstuff 5.10 soon, other 5.x stuff to follow. So this was just right here on the 23rd. And what we saw right after that was the release for kstuff 5.10. So this was just a MediaFire link that you can click on and download it. But if you're wondering what this kstuff really does here, basically this is going to allow us to run a number of different PS4 bake packages, as well as Homebrew and a few other things. And eventually we'll see that with ETA will be updated for that, as well as items flow. So we might even get some more PS5 games in there. Now, I would suggest that you do not update at all to 5.10 at the moment, because more than likely we're going to start seeing a number of other firmwares that pop up for this. Now, over on Twitter, I did find a person called Sony's Nightmare that did a kstuff 510 test. So let's go ahead and take a look at this video. Okay, so it looks like basically they're using the PS5 UMTX jailbreak, and they sent over the kstuff.f that I just showed you that was on MediaFire. And then from here, they're loading up a couple of different PS2 games that is working. So there is Call of Duty World at War, which is just a PS2 to PS4 package file. And there is that game playing there. So basically, it is working as expected. Now, what I mentioned just a moment ago has already started happening. So Lightning Mods has this someone on 510 test, which this is basically items flow being ready to be uploaded to a 5.10 system, where they could then go ahead and start running some of the PS5 games that we have. Now, there is another quick update here that I will point you towards. There is this guide which has been in a number of different Homebrew News episodes, and this has recently been updated. And we can see right here what has been updated has been 5.10 has been added as support for this UMTX for kstuff. So for these other firmware, such as 5.00 and 5.02 and even 5.50, those at this moment are not compatible with kstuff, only just this 5.10 right here. So anyway, this is a really handy little guide that I've walked you through in the past. So definitely worth keeping this chart in mind, as you may want to reference it later. Another update here is the other day I was talking about AirPSX, and basically this is a tool that allows you to do things such as manage applications, look at your processes, and then all kinds of other things. I noted in one of my last videos was that once you click on one of these and you run the application, that it would exit. Well, now thankfully that has been resolved. If you come over here into the releases and you look at the update, which was 0.05 on my channel, I covered this version. If you go underneath assets here, you can see that there is now this AirPSX.elf, so you can set it as an elf, or you can use this as a plugin. So if you do want to use this as a plugin with items flow, it's actually very, very simple. So here I am logged into my PlayStation 5 via FTP, and I go to the data, ETA hen, and then plugins. And then from there, I just copied over that AirPSX plugin to this folder right here. And then over on my PlayStation 5, I would just go over to my debug settings and then go to where it says plugins, and then scroll down and you'll see AirPSX.plugin. You'll just want to make sure that that one is turned on. And then once you do so, you can come right in here and you can select an application and then press on the run application. So from right here, I could click on run application and it just magically launches. So I don't have to navigate through or do anything like that. I could at this point, if I wanted to, go ahead and launch River Raid. So I'm going to hit run application here, and there is River Raid that is coming up. Yeah, this is just so cool. I can't wait to see as this thing continues to evolve. It is definitely one of my favorite projects right now of 2025. Next up, we had a couple of big updates over here from Lappy. So the very first one is there is a brand new PS4-Xplorer 2.04, and a few things in here to the notes was that fix the delete option for some problematic folders and reduced the package size again so it wasn't so large. Another update that we saw from Lappy was that there is now this thing called the avatar changer for the PlayStation 4. So it says change your profile picture easier than ever. You can also change your profile name or activated accounts. And then thanks to all these folks that helped out with that, and does recommend going ahead and downloading the final version since the previous version or the beta had the wrong title ID. Now, don't just download this and call it a day. Scroll down here and grab this one as well. This basically is an app. It has 21 avatars by default, but if you want more, you can download this package or make your own copy and copy them to data/avatars. So master underscore S9 released a video showing what this looks like. So obviously they installed the PKG for the extra avatars as well as avatar changer. And so first what they do is they go ahead and run the data file copier. So this will just copy all of those files to where they need to go. And as you can see from this long list right here, there is a ton of avatars that is added to your system. Once those are copied over, if you launch avatar changer here, then what you can see is here is the application. So it gives you your account name and you can just quickly switch between any of these avatars that is already on there. Now, obviously, if you'd like to create your own, you can do that too. But this is kind of nice to have a whole selection of different avatars that you can pick from and you can access with just a couple of clicks. So, and there is the avatar that they selected. Next up, there was a couple of things that I thought would make copying over some of those plugins a little bit easier. So this project right here is called PS5 Data Extractor Package. So it says that basically this is for the PS5 console that is jailbroken. And what this one does is it extracts the AirPSX plugin that I mentioned before, as well as the error disabling plugin, which gets rid of those pesky debug messages, and then illusion cheats plugin. And one thing this application doesn't do is that it doesn't copy the cheats over where they need to be for ETA-HEN. Now, if you do want to play with game cheat support, it's actually very easy. What you'll need to do is to come over here to the GoldHEN's cheat repository. And as you can see, this was just updated a couple of days ago. So just go ahead and go to code and then download the zip file here. And then over on your PlayStation 5, it's just located in the data/ETA-HEN/cheats. So by default, you will not have cheats as a directory on here. So you will need to create the directory called cheats. And then you're just going to copy all of the files from that zip file just directly in here. So right here, you can see what mine looks like. And so, yeah, just copy yours directly into that folder and you'll be set up as long as you are running ETA-HEN 2.0b. Okay, and the next thing that I did want to mention here is that there was another update to FPKGi, which again, I covered this in full detail on the channel here. but they released a update 0.86 yesterday, and it had a ton of different fixes, improvements, additions, and then more. So I will obviously be continuing to cover FPKGi on the channel here, but absolutely, if you want to play with the latest and greatest, I would definitely recommend going ahead and grabbing this nightly build here. And then just to finish things up over here, I saw this project, and this is a decryption tool for PS4 EAP HDD partitions. So it says right down here that this is a lightning quick tool to decrypt PlayStation 4 hard disk partitions with EAP keys. And so it has a couple of more notes in here of what it makes use of, as well as all of the typical operating systems are supported. There's additional usage instructions in here, and I don't know, I might be giving this one a shot on the channel. Okay, and that's pretty much going to do it for today. If I could ask you, please share this content, share it over on Reddit, share it on Facebook or Twitter or all of those other types of places. I would greatly appreciate any help I could potentially get. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Michael, out.